23 minutes after the hour now, attorneys general from the border states are seeking to hold the Biden administration accountable as new threats emerge at our southern border while terrorists are being freed by the Taliban in Afghanistan. And now the U.S. is seeing fentanyl seizures this year skyrocket over the past 2 years. Here to discuss, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. AG Paxton, first question to you. That increase in fentanyl, those numbers are staggering. What can border AGs like you do to stop the Biden White House from making the fentanyl invasion even worse?
Look, we're trying to do that. We've sued in Texas. We've sued the Biden administration many times, 6 or 7 times over immigration. We've had some success in winning those fights. So the only problem we have is it's taking time to get through the court process. And as we've done that, we've been successful. But the problem is every day that goes by, more fentanyl comes across the border. Cartels are importing all kinds of drugs and all kinds of other crimes occurring, including sex trafficking, human trafficking, and other property crimes. So it's a pretty dangerous situation. And we're just doing our best. We take it to the court as we get these issues before us.
AG Brnovich, as if that were not bad enough, as if the influx of so many people bringing potentially COVID and other problems across our southern border wasn't bad enough, there is also the new threat of terrorists crossing the border. I want to read this quote from a former border chief. Quote, "I firmly believe that it is a national security crisis. Immigration is just a subcomponent of it, and right now it is just a cover for massive amounts of smuggling going across the southwest border to include TSDBs at a level we have never seen before." AG Brnovich, how worried should every American be that this administration is allowing another possible 9/11 to simply walk into our country?
Todd, it's as simple as this. We have been saying border security is national security because that's an objective fact. We know that just earlier this year, several people on the terror watch list have been apprehended. These are just the people we know about. We know that the Taliban have released thousands of people, terrorists, even people detained in Gitmo, from their facilities. So the sad irony is that the Biden administration essentially cut and ran in Afghanistan because the Taliban told them to be out by August 31st, and yet the Biden administration is rolling out the welcome mat on our southern border for terrorists, the cartels, to basically establish operational control. So instead of leaving all that equipment in Afghanistan, the Biden administration should have brought it to America so we could secure our border. Because make no doubt about it, people that mean America harm are crossing our southern border, and these are just the people we know about that have been apprehended. What about the tens of thousands of gotaways?
It is a frightening prospect that every single American needs to be conscious of because it is in our country. It is coming to our country. We need to be cognizant of it. Meantime, AG Brnovich, can continue with you. You are one of the attorneys general seeking confirmation that the Biden administration will defend this federal immigration statute that is so vital right now. You are leading the coalition, and you wrote a letter. It reads as follows. Just imagine what awaits if you announce your intent not to appeal, an announcement that would, in effect, tell already deported aliens that they are free to try re-entering again. Under the district court's reasoning, the United States may well be unable to enforce any immigration laws. Are you confident that this administration will heed your warning, AG Brnovich?
Unfortunately not. One of the reasons why so many people, Todd, want to come to this country is because the rule of law means something. And the fact that the federal government, or the fact that me and my colleagues have to write a letter to the federal government just asking them, begging them to follow the existing law or defend the existing law, is, I think, speaks volumes about how the Biden administration has a far left agenda. They are systematically undermining control of the border, and as a result of that, as Ken mentioned earlier, we have this huge influx of fentanyl coming across our southern border. The cartels have essentially seized operational control of them. We know that criminals and terrorists are coming across our southern border, so everyone is in danger as a result of the reckless Biden policies. And the answer is simply follow or enforce the existing laws. That's all we are asking. We are pleading with the Biden administration, just follow the law. And Secretary Mayorkas himself has said that what's going on is unsustainable. That's the old Biden administration saying that.
All right. AG Paxton, final question to you. When we refer to the Biden administration, in this context, we're referring to Merrick Garland and the DOJ. We were told Merrick Garland was a moderate, but haven't his recent moves been pretty left-leaning partisan?
No, it's unquestionably that he has not been enforcing the law, that he has not been moderate. All we're asking is as Attorney General Brnovich just said, is we're asking the federal government to follow the law. The Constitution requires that the president implement the law. In this case, his administration, Mayor Garland, is part of this. They look at the law and say, we aren't following that law. We're not going to protect the borders. So the people along the border are suffering, as we've just said, from COVID, from the spread of COVID, where they bring it into our state and then they send it all over the country. We're going to have more fentanyl deaths. We're going to have more human trafficking. There's nothing good about what they're allowing, and they're doing it in the face of ignoring federal law and their constitutional role to defend that law.
And gentlemen, as you know well, this is part of a frightening pattern of law enforcers at both the state, local, and now the federal level not enforcing the law that they are in position to do. It is frightening. It is concerning. It is a horrible trend in our jurisprudence. Hopefully it ends soon. AGs Brnovich and Paxton, we appreciate your time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.